More than 100 Israeli soldiers, including reservists and draftees, have signed a letter stating their refusal to continue serving in the military unless the government commits to a ceasefire in Gaza and secures the release of captives held there. The letter addressed to Israeli cabinet ministers and the army chief of staff was reported by Haaretz. The signatories argue that continuing military operations in Gaza not only delays the hostages' release but also puts their lives at further risk. They claim that many hostages have been killed by Israeli army strikes, far more than those rescued through military efforts. The soldiers warn that without a deal to secure the captives' release, they will no longer be able to serve, with some already reaching their personal red lines. For others, the day they stop reporting for duty is approaching. Bolivia has officially joined South Africa's case against Israel at the International Court of Justice, alleging that Israel's offensive in Gaza violates the UN Genocide Convention. Bolivia previously severed diplomatic ties with Israel in November, condemning what it called disproportionate attacks on Gaza. At the time, Israel criticized Bolivia's decision as a surrender to terrorism. In a statement submitted to the ICJ and made public on Wednesday, Bolivia claimed that Israel's actions in Gaza amount to a genocidal war, further stating that previous court rulings have been ignored by Israel. France is set to host an international ministerial conference on 24 October to address the escalating crisis in Lebanon. The conference, according to the French Foreign Ministry, will primarily focus on the domestic political situation and the need for urgent humanitarian aid amidst the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. As tensions rise, France aims to bring together key international players to discuss ways to stabilize Lebanon and ease the situation on the ground. Strengthening support for the Lebanese armed forces will be a key topic as the country grapples with growing instability. The international community, led by France, will also seek to encourage both Israel and Hezbollah to accept a ceasefire to prevent further violence in the region. In Pakistan, tensions continue to rise as the federal government faces challenges on multiple fronts. Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi addressed the ongoing Pashtun Tahaffuz movement issue following the federal ban on the group and a 3-day Pashtun Qawmi Jirga in the Khyber district. Naqvi emphasized that while the government is open to discussing rights-related issues, the PTM's alleged rhetoric promoting division and a parallel judicial system is unacceptable. With Section 144 imposed in Khyber, the government remains firm in preventing activities that could fuel unrest. Meanwhile, the country also grapples with the aftermath of the Karachi terrorist attack that claimed the lives of 2 Chinese engineers. The Finance Ministry has clarified that these engineers working for the Port Qasim Electric Power Company were not involved in the independent power producer talks. This comes after Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb's initial comments linking the engineers to negotiations aimed at debt restructuring. The Chinese embassy in Pakistan has confirmed the deaths, and security for Chinese nationals across the country is being tightened. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has vowed to bring the perpetrators to justice, stressing the importance of protecting Pakistan's relationship with China. On another front, Pakistan has successfully repatriated 70 of its citizens from Lebanon amid the intensifying conflict in the Middle East. The Foreign Office confirmed that Pakistani nationals who had been evacuated from Lebanon to Syria were safely flown back to Karachi. The escalating violence between Israel and Hezbollah has left many countries scrambling to secure their citizens.